The Consumer Electronics Association, or CEA, has created this declaration. You're seeing it right there. Pretty much like the Declaration of Independence. It's an online pledge to push innovation as a national agenda. This is part of a bigger movement, and leading the way is the president and CEO of the Consumer Electronics Association, Gary Shapiro, who is joining me today from Madrid, Spain. Thanks so much, Gary. First of all, let's talk about this Declaration of Innovation pledge. What is it supposed to invoke?
Well, we are in tough, challenging times as a nation. We can raise taxes, we can cut spending, or we can grow. Growth depends on innovation, and it's our special sauce. It's who we are, and we should recognize it as a national strategy.
When we talk about it as a national strategy, obviously innovation has to come with ideas to back it up. You wrote about this in the Huffington Post, and you talked about the 5 basic beliefs that really fuels passion. Why is this so important?
Because it's who we are. We are an immigrant nation, always challenging the status quo. We have a First Amendment which encourages us to speak out without worrying about our government. We're not a consensus builders like the Asian countries. We're always trying to do it better. We're getting the best and the brightest from around the world. So we are the nation's innovators, not only in technology, but in culture, in movies, in medicine, in so many areas. And that's what we are. We're not the world's lowest cost manufacturers.
Okay, and there are 5 basic beliefs that we have up on screen right now. I know you're in Madrid, so let me read them for you. First of all, it's the right strategy. It is who we are. We owe it to our troops. We must do right by our children. And also you have to think, well, I owe this, to my son. You highlight on your website free trade, broadband, immigration reform, federal deficit. Talk to me a little bit about all of that and how that comes into play when it comes to small businesses and helping innovate and move the economy forward.
Well, it comes into play as we're the best country in the world, and we celebrate that today. But our strategy in getting here has been we've attracted the best and the brightest. We've come up with the best ideas, and we've worked the hardest. But it's not a foregone conclusion. It will continue that way, and we're the first generation that has stolen from our kids and almost guaranteed them a more difficult life. So every one of us has the obligation to stand up and say enough already to our government. We have kids that are risking their bodies overseas, and the least we could do as Americans is do something for our country. It's not about Republicans or Democrats. It's about Americans standing up and saying, let's have a strategy, and let's focus it on the fact that we are the best, most creative, hardest working people in the world, and we attracted the best. And let's continue that way. It's free trade, it's broadband deployment, and it's getting the best and the brightest and putting them to work.
But behind strategy, doesn't there have to be some sort of financial help? You can have as many good ideas as you want, but without some sort of a blueprint, a financial strategy, those ideas disappear.
Well, certainly we have a strategy. We have to lower the deficit, but we have to do it by Americans sacrificing, all of us working harder together, and stop some of the squabbles, which are really minor in comparison to the fact that we're stealing from our kids. And the strategy that we laid out as the Consumer Electronics Association is about the fact that the next 5 to 10 to 15 years, unless we change what we're doing, unless we stop spending government money, unless we balance our budget and get the best and the brightest and beef up our schools, we are going to go down, and it's going to get worse. So we have to challenge our politicians to make the tough decisions. We have to hold them accountable and stop accepting from either party or any politician silver bullet solutions. It's tough in front of us, but we can innovate, we can grow, and growth is important. And that doesn't mean more government spending. It means growth through a whole bunch of ways we can do that. And you could see it on declareinnovation.com, or you could see it in different places to sign up, or ce.org, and learn about how innovation in America are 2 things which go together like mom and apple pie.
Okay. Well, Gary Shapiro, thanks so much for joining us. I guess it takes a whole fundamental mind shift of how we do business and also how business plans for our children. Thank you so much, Gary Shapiro, joining us from Madrid, Spain today. For more on the Declaration of Innovation, check out Randy Kay's Facebook page at Randy K CNN. And a presidential announcement with a twist and a twang. We'll tell you about the newest presidential candidate. That's coming up.